Hey everyone, Coach Investor back in our video for today. So first of all, happy 4th of July to all of those celebrating. Hopefully you have an amazing day with your friends and family. Now in this video, we're going to talk about Roblox. There's a lot to talk about. We obviously have the quarterly earnings from last quarter. We have more numbers for this quarter, basically the month of May and the month of April. We have some analyst notes, some upgrades, some downgrades, some neutral ratings as well, and then more information on where the company might go into the future. So first up, let's have a look at the financials right here. So obviously revenue has been trending upwards. That's the effect of the push of everybody stays at home. So that's normal, and that's also normal while you might see some decrease here and there in the financial statements. Now, free cash flow, it is free cash flow positive in the last 12 months, just over $500 million. Now, return on equity is still very, very negative, minus 91.35%. Gross profit margins is trending up a little bit, 22.45%. And then, as I said, drawdown percentage from its peak, 80%. And looking on stockart.io, looking at their chart, it's not the best looking one. Yes, it has high growth potential, but yes, struggling operations, pessimistic investors, underperformed the market, as you can see right here, since it went public, down close to 46%. In the last year, it's gone 60%. And as we've seen before, since its peak, it's down 80%. Now, it is right now a fairly priced stock. The analyst consensus is basically 80 says buy, 7 hold, and 1 sell. If you're looking at some upside with regards to the analyst consensus here, not that much. The analyst price target right now sits at $41 and the stock price sits at $35. Now, yes, in the last month, it has rebounded quite nicely actually. And you might have guessed it, earnings per share is negative. It's not profitable yet. Yes, adjusted EBITDA, that is positive, but overall still negative EPS. Price to sales ratio 9.82. So that is still high. But overall, as you will see in the next coming minutes, the company might be looking cheapish if you really think of it in the long term. Now, we do have a position in the channels portfolio, the couch gain portfolio. Obviously, we are significantly down. Average gain is actually negative 25.64% and gain over S&P 500. We are trailing it by 15%. Now we're also having a competition on stockart.io. It's free to enter, link obviously down in the description and in the pinned comment. First place gets $250 in cash, and the top 5 winners get 3 months Stockart VIP access. So obviously now that you know that I'm trailing by a lot, it's quite easy to beat me, but there are some strong competitors down here. Brian Stoffel is here, Igor is here, and some others as well. Obviously, this guy right here, Chase, is currently winning 5.25% in the green. So all you have to do is basically click the link down in the description or go on stockart.io, follow the portfolio, enter the competition. It's free and you can earn some money. So why not? All right, now let's have a look at Roblox first quarter, which they reported May 10th. So revenue was up 39% year over year to $537.1 million. On the screen right now, you might see a graph where you see it's actually trending up since COVID, but now it's a bit slowing down, which was expected, right? As for daily active users and hours engaged, that was up 28% and 22% respectively. Now, the main metric that everybody is looking at is obviously bookings. Average booking per daily active users or bookings in general. So bookings decreased 3% over Q1 last year to $631.2 million, and average booking per daily active users was $11.67. Now, as for April, which is the first month of the second quarter, revenue was between $189 million and $192 million. That's up 30 to 32% year over year. So that's quite nice. Remember, everybody said that this company was going to go down, down, down after, the pandemic, the restrictions were lifted, which right now, if you look at the numbers, this is not really the case. But there is also some negative news here. So bookings were between 221 million and 224 million. That's down 8 to 9% year over year. Daily active users were 53.1 million. That's up 23% year over year. Now remember that number. Hours engaged were 3.8 billion, up 18% year over year, and average booking per daily active users was between 4.16 and 4.22, and that's down quite a lot, 25 to 26% year over year. Now remember, the last quarter and in their investors presentation, they did mention that that's because, well, they're growing into markets where they cannot monetize that well yet, which you can see actually right here. So rest of the world has been growing quite nicely, Asia Pacific also, and those are the areas where they cannot monetize as well as obviously Europe and Canada. You can see Europe and Canada right now, they're basically, well, Europe a bit more, but US has been basically flat-ish, while the other segments have been growing. And when you grow the other segments, which are less monetizable, then you will take a hit, as we've seen just before. Now, another area where we have to look at is obviously the age group. Before, the under 13 were dominant on the platform, and that was maybe a bear case, because what happens when these users grow up? Will they still be on the platform? Will they leave the platform? So as we can see in the graph right here, yes, for a while, under 13 were still dominating the platform. But now that obviously those 13-year-olds or 12-year-olds might now be 14 or 15, those are the ones that are, well, dominating, let's say, the age group. So over 13 are now the majority, under 13, not anymore. Now, yes, you can look at it as a positive thing, but maybe, let's say, I don't know, in 3 years' time, they're 18 years old and they might switch to Fortnite or Call of Duty or Apex Legends or whatever, and they'll stop playing Roblox. That can happen, and this is something you have to, well, take into consideration. Now, on the flip side, it is nice to see that when they grow older, still 13, 14 or something like that, 15, let's say, they're still on the platform. And remember, it's even though Roblox exists already a long time, right now you see more and more companies engaging with a platform like Roblox, creating digital apparel, opening up stores in Roblox. So creating that engagement in the digital world that maybe some of these users might become real users in the real world. Now, before we go and look at the May report and some analyst notes, if you want to support this channel, do check out the link down in the description below and in the pinned comment to get the top 10 best stocks to buy now, or go to fool.com/couchinvestor. And also do check out all the other links down in the pinned comment. Some of them might actually save you some money. Okay, so the metrics for May weren't that great. Daily active users were down quarter over quarter to 50.4 million, but up 17% year over year. Hours engaged were also down quarter over quarter to 3.6 billion, but up 10% year over year. Then the estimated bookings were between 196 and $199 million. That's down 9 to 10% year over year. The estimated average booking per daily active users is also down significantly, again 23 to 24% year over year and also quarter over quarter. But revenue is estimated to be between 194 million and 197 million, and that's up 28 to 30%. Now, one of the reasons they say here that the bookings were down 9 to 11% is because of this right here, the strengthening of the US dollar against the euro, British pound, and other foreign currencies during 2022 has had an adverse impact on bookings. This impact is more pronounced in May compared to the prior periods in 2022. We estimate that the impact of foreign currency fluctuations led to a reduction of around 4% in our May 2022 bookings year-over-year growth rates. So overall, it's probably a mixed report. Now, as for the analyst notes, we have a downgrade from an analyst at Trist from buy to hold, with a price target of $29, down from $36. The main reason is that the May metrics for him were weak again, particularly around daily active users. Another analyst at MKM Partners lowered its price target from $30 to $28, also because of that disappointing May report. Brian Novak from Morgan Stanley lowered his price target from $27 to $25. Okay, not that much of a downgrade, but again, noting that Roblox just reported its slowest booking growth year to date, so that's why he's lowering his as well. And Drew Crum, analyst at Stifel, lowered the firm's price target on Roblox to $40 from $45, so still higher than everybody else we've seen before, keeps a buy rating on the shares after the company reported its May KPIs. The analyst notes that results suggested sequential declines, which runs counter to management's commentary with Q1 earnings in early May. With that said, performance was directionally consistent with the third-party data Crumb reviews from May, and thus not that surprising. I'll give you some more information before ending this video. So these are some numbers from Data AI, which was called before App Annie. So top games worldwide in Q2 2022. So those were the downloads in the top 5. No Roblox to be seen. Subway Surfers is number 1. Garena Free Fire from C Limited is now number 2. But if you look at Q2 2022, the top games worldwide filtered by monthly active users, Roblox there is still number 1. So there you have it. Do with all that information what you will. Currently, I don't see why I should add Roblox again to the channel's portfolio. I might be waiting until they report quarterly earnings because I do want to see how June performed, especially when in the current macroeconomic environment, maybe some parents are less incentivized to give their kids some Robux to spend, and maybe they'll save that money to buy food, gas, and maybe even go on a holiday. Who knows? But overall, the long-term thesis for Roblox is still there, but you have to believe in what the company does. You have to believe in this whole gaming metaverse ecosystem that is being created between the real and the digital world. There's going to be a lot more deals with big brands that are building, stores and stuff inside of Roblox, inside of Fortnite, inside of Facebook's new game, Creta. So it's still early days, but you do have to have a long-term vision. So those are my thoughts. Obviously, do share your thoughts down in the comments below. Do you hold Roblox? Are your kids playing it? Did you sell? Leave it all down in the comments below. And if you enjoy this type of videos, do give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, maybe hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.